food, and medicine. It's free. Visit benefitscheckup.org today.
Supported by the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At Habitat for Humanity, we believe home is where you find peace, stability, and safety. But 1 in 3 people on Earth woke up today without a good home. Let's open the door to opportunity. Visit Habitat.org to learn more. That's Habitat.org.
We have a look at the late West Coast wind. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning. I'm David Highfield.
And I'm Erica Moke. It is great to see you. Today's your first day of school. Good luck. We're glad you're here with us. KDK First Alert meteorologist Ron Smiley is with us as well. And I don't know, David, what do you think? I think we have maybe a few more hours of not complaining, and then it sounds like we might get back to complaining.
Yeah, there are no complaints. In fact, Ron, to think about school, we're going to give you an A+ for the weather so far this week.
All right, I was hoping for a gold star. I'll take the A+ as well, though.
we don't have gold stars.
All right, well, forecast-wise, today is going to be another, I think for a lot of folks, another winning forecast out there. We're looking at high temperatures back at around 80 degrees. Humidity levels staying on the low side, but as both Erica and David were alluding to, storm chances are back tomorrow. It does look like the highest chance will be for places just off to the east of Pittsburgh, really from the Laurel Highlands off to the east, but we are still going to be under that level 1 out of 5 risk of severe storms. Not seeing much out there right now. I'm going to keep a close eye on any patchy fog. We're seeing it very patchy in some spots. You might see a little bit of that. Besides that, high temperatures should be up there near 80 degrees. And right now, most communities are hovering near 60 degrees. A couple of communities just shy of 60 for the temperature that we're seeing. We do have the severe weather chances. Here's what I was talking about. You can see that area. We are partially here in western Pennsylvania. It's shaded in with that severe weather risk for tomorrow, something we'll be certainly watching for. Today, though, at the bus stop, things are dry for the kids out there.
You know who's really enjoying this weather are the construction crews, because they've been able to get a lot of work done in the overnight hours. And if you're getting ready to head out this morning, we're talking about drive times that are looking pretty good at this point. 17 minutes up there from Cranberry to the city, 14 minutes on the Parkway West and 13 minutes on the Parkway East. Now, I do want to take you out and check on the construction zone. No, they haven't lifted the restriction quite yet at the Jacks Run construction zone, so the right lane northbound remains closed at this point. The southbound looks like it's clear and you are good to go, but northbound still restricted by 1 lane. Now, this work in the overnight hours where they have been closing the Parkway North, tonight will be kind of the last night for that. After this, it's going to be a single lane in each direction as they work in the overnight hours from now until the project ends. So keep that in mind. That is actually some good news. Otherwise, the only other thing I want to point out is on the Parkway North, the HOV lanes will not open today. They've got work to do out there, so no HOV lanes. That'll put more stress on the main line as usual. As we look at the Parkway East, everything looks good at this point, and over to the Parkway West, no problems whatsoever for you. In fact, if you're headed out to Pittsburgh International Airport, you've got a clean ride all the way out to the airport, no problems, and a three-minute wait to get through security. What's the drive from the tunnel? 15 minutes right now. Not bad.
Right now on KDKA.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
The Queen of Country, Dolly Parton, has died.
The petite singer with big, bold style.
I was just trying to make a living, trying to find what I wanted to do, to have my songs recorded.
Her songwriting, smile, and sparkling outfits made her a global superstar.
This morning, fans, friends, and fellow musicians now talking about the end of an era.
She was like an angel of earth. She was too good for this world. She taught me how to just to be myself.
Dolly was just a giving person. And I think that's something that we all have to take measure of, that she really cared.
And saying goodbye, Dolly. So many will always love her. At 80 years old, Dolly died yesterday after a brief yet quiet battle with cancer.
Now, we don't know what kind of cancer she had, but we do know she passed away peacefully, surrounded by her family at a hospital in Nashville. It was just days after she was reportedly admitted for kidney and autoimmune issues. Now, of course, she was one of the most successful artists of all time, with nearly 50 albums, and she wrote more than 3,000 songs over a career that lasted more than half a century. Dolly's nephew posted a video on social media. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest.
Well, funeral plans are not final yet, but TMZ is reporting that she will be laid to rest next to her late husband, Carl Dean, in Nashville.
And there you're hearing pop star Kesha paying tribute to Dolly last night. During her concert at the Pavilion at Star Lake, Kesha sang Dolly's 1980 hit, Old Flames Can't Hold a Candle to You.
What a special moment.
Oh.
Well, since the news broke of Dolly's death, there has been an outpouring of emotion.
Including from so many right here in the Pittsburgh region whose lives were touched by the singer's incredible kindness and generosity. Our Jessica Riley joins us live now. And Jess, for such a petite woman, Dolly's impact is huge.
Erica, David, her impact just truly directly and indirectly touched so many different people, and really so her legacy here in Pittsburgh isn't going to be just something that people are going to remember here. And when we talk about that, the thousands of kids that really have experienced and will experience her impact still to this day. She was one of the country's most beloved philanthropists, using her success and platform to give back in so many different ways, supporting children and families, and she had such a way of just bringing people together. And her generosity became just as much a part of her legacy as her music did. She leaves behind an amazing legacy as a singer, songwriter, actress, entrepreneur, and even a creator of a theme park. But it was truly just her vibrant personality that so many loved and will miss. Yesterday, we got to speak to a legendary concert promoter here in Pittsburgh who is remembering Dolly Parton as just one of a kind following her death.
There are very few female country / a little bit of pop stars like that came out and was genuine in her music, in her feelings and in her emotion, and it showed in her music. It's one of a kind.
One of her most recognizable efforts has been her commitment to childhood literacy. Dolly Parton launched her Imagination Library in 1995. It's a childhood literacy program that mails free books to children every month, and it has provided more than 260 million books to children worldwide. And here in Pittsburgh, the city says, thanks to her generosity and light, 306,352 free books have been delivered to families across Pittsburgh. Now, Parton reps told us in lieu of flowers that they are hoping that the family asks for donations to her Imagination Library. Erica, David.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Jessica. We appreciate it. Well, President Trump is reacting to the passing of Dolly Parton. He's ordered flags to be lowered to half staff to honor the American icon for 1 week. And stay with KDKA as we remember the life and career of Dolly Parton and her impact. We will have more reports on how she affected our area in our later newscasts. And be sure to join CBS Mornings at 7 a.m. here on KDKA for more live coverage. What an incredible person she was.
Can't believe we lost Dolly. All right, we are following some more local news this morning. Right now, police are investigating after a man was found shot in Knoxville. Officers responded to Brownsville Road around 8:30 last night. Now, they didn't find anyone, but police over in Mount Oliver did. That person, believed to be the victim in Knoxville, was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. So far, no word on what led up to that shooting or a suspect. All right, now to an update to a story that we have been following for you. A troubled bar on Pittsburgh's South Side is getting one more chance.
So the owners of Capos met behind closed doors yesterday with the county's Nuisance Bar Task Force. And KDKA is now learning what needs to be done for them to stay open. Megan Shin joining us live along East Carson Street this morning to explain. Good morning to you, Megan.
Good morning, Erica and David. All is quiet right now outside of Capos along East Carson Street here. But according to the district attorney's office, Capos has less than 48 hours to comply or reply to that list of demands to make it safer out here at Capos. And they did not specifically make the list public right now, and we don't have the details exactly of that. However, sources do tell KDKA that includes things like managing the crowd size, limiting occupancy on busy nights, changing hours and security, calling police when there is a problem. Now, this all comes after police said a woman was raped in a parking lot after leaving the bar visibly intoxicated earlier this month. Allegheny County's district attorney, Stephen Zappala, accused the bar of serving the woman too much alcohol and allowing her to leave without making sure she was okay. We talked with Pittsburgh Councilman Bob Charland, who represents the South Side here where Capos is. And he believes Capos has nearly 100 police citations, and that's enough.
To be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping that we would see more swift action here. I believe at this point we've seen more than enough.
The DA says if they do not agree to the terms, their office is prepared to file a petition for the closure of the establishment. If they do agree to the terms, and Zappala will ask the mayor's office for his approval. Multiple Southside community groups, including the Chamber of Commerce, released a joint statement asking the DA to go ahead and just close the bar already. And KDKA did reach out to the bar directly, as well as the owner, as well as the attorneys representing Capos, and we have yet to hear back as of yesterday. Reporting live on the South Side, Megan Shin, KDKA TV News.
Never heard of a death during my career. I've been a pediatrician for over 30 years now.
Pennsylvania reports its first deaths from measles in decades. Up next, the cases surfacing in our area and how you can protect your kids as they head back to school.
Plus, the local restaurant now under a consumer alert. What inspectors say they found inside.
I was born and raised in Westmore.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow.
Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. All across the country, we provide resources and support in the fight against Parkinson's, a neurological disease that affects movement.
The Parkinson's Foundation is dedicated to improving care and advancing research towards a cure.
And when you call our helpline, you'll speak to a real person who can help you find the right information. Because while living with Parkinson's can be challenging, there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's for years, or caring for a loved one,
When Parkinson's gets real, find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO, 1-800-473-4636. The Parkinson's Foundation. Better lives together.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Your source for the AccuWeather forecast. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
And it's a Wednesday morning, another fantastic one at the bus stop. Just a heads up, though, it's very spotty at this point, but we do have some fog out there. And where we are seeing it, it's fairly thick at this time. High temperatures should be at around 80 degrees. Most places you're going to be near 60 degrees. There's going to be a lot of places dipping just below 60 for those morning temperatures out there today. We'll talk more about the forecast heading into Thursday with the storm risk and a rain chance it will be around for the bus stop coming up.
All right, let's talk about the I-70 corridor in Washington County and take you out to the area of the North Junction. You are looking, the top of the screen is the Mertland Avenue area there off of I-70, and everything is looking good, rolling in both directions. Right now, your drive time from the area of Washington over to New Stanton is sitting at 38 minutes. And in the middle of that, you go past Ross Straver, where they are doing paving work on Route 51 on either side of I-70, and this work will go until 6 o'clock this morning. Then they'll be out of there and back again tonight at 6 o'clock as well. Don't forget, Thompson Run Road in Wilkins Township is closed. Now it's going to remain closed until 2 o'clock this afternoon. You'll have to detour up onto Route 22. And Holton Road is closed just below the turnpike. That is because of a slide, and that work will continue all the way to September the 18th.
All right, John, thanks so much. 5:15 now, and you were looking at the man police say was terrorizing people in Philadelphia, all while wearing a mask. Here is our first look at 22-year-old Zamir Hughes. Police took him into custody overnight in Las Vegas. Surveillance video captured Hughes wearing a Chucky-style Halloween mask, police say, and chasing people around Philadelphia for days. You remember those images? We showed them to you a couple weeks ago. Investigators say he allegedly even asked one woman if, quote, she was ready to die. He now faces a list of charges, including terroristic threats.
Well, right now, state and local doctors are monitoring measles cases here in Pennsylvania.
This comes after 2 people unvaccinated died in Lancaster County from the viral disease. Those deaths marking the first measles-related deaths in Pennsylvania since 1991. So here are the numbers right now. There have been nearly 400 confirmed cases of the measles since April in Pennsylvania. Those cases include one in Butler County and one in Allegheny County. Doctors say each of those cases involve patients who were not fully vaccinated. Now, with schools back in session, doctors are urging parents to make sure that their kids are protected from the virus.
Yeah, right now, both kindergarten and 7th grade vaccination rates are below the level the doctors would like them to be at. The CDC says that one dose is about 93% 93% effective against measles, and 2 doses boost that protection to 97%. A local doctor, though, with Allegheny Health Network says that the best way to protect kids at school is to make sure they have the proper vaccinations.
Being viral, there's not a lot you can do other than getting vaccinated. The vaccine is incredibly effective in preventing measles and preventing the disease.
Well, most children get both doses by the time they're 4 to 6 years old, and doctors say the protection can last through adulthood.
New this morning, a restaurant in Oakland is hit with more than a dozen health violations. Hunan Bar along Atwood Street is under a consumer alert after an inspection. Inspectors found mouse droppings, food at unsafe temperatures, and issues with employee cleanliness. The consumer alert is going to be in effect until the restaurant is re-inspected and all of those issues are fixed.
All right, to baseball now, and let's take you to Petco Park in San Diego, where last night Paul Skeens snapped out of his summer slump, tossing 6 innings. The game between the Pirates and Padres remained 0-0 for most of the game, but then O'Neal Cruz comes up in the 9th and homers. The Pirates blanked the Padres 1-0.
With O'Neal, the moment hasn't been too big. He's just going up there and has had some huge hits. Since coming back off the IL, hand isn't 100%, and he's going out there to help us win, and he certainly did that tonight.
Well, the Pirates gained a full game on San Diego in the wild card race and have improved to 65 and 69, 4th in the NL Central. The Pirates will look to sweep the Padres today. Bubba Chandler will start on the mound. First pitch is at 4:10 our time. And I was saying before, San Diego has nothing on us as far as the weather, because this week there are no complaints.
Pittsburgh, the San Diego of the East right now, Ron.
Yeah, clearly. I would like to point out that yesterday, David, you did have a complaint.
Well, what was it about? Hay fever? Because I will say I sneezed when I walked outside this morning, Ron.
Yeah, and those levels are going up. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But yeah, this is the time of the year that we see, especially with ragweed, which a number of folks out there you are more than likely allergic to. Those levels are really ramping up at this point. Hey, temperatures this hour just now dipping down just below a 60-degree mark. It's all the way down to 58 for morning low. It looks like we're going to be right around that as we're starting. Notice where the dew point is. It's also at 58 degrees. So you get the temperature, you get the dew point pretty close together. You're going to have at least a chance for some fog out there. We do have some spots. It's not very widespread at all. But there is just a little bit of fog in a couple of spots, including in the Mon River Valley. So if that's where you're traveling, just know that there is a little fog out there this morning. Temperatures highs today, I have us hitting 80 degrees officially for the high. By noon, we should be into the mid-70s and 79 at 3. That 4 o'clock temperature I have at 80. We're going to be dry today again. That's going to be nice. It's going to feel fantastic out there with humidity levels low this afternoon. Here's those forecast highs for you. Most places, again, should be right there near 80 degrees. We did hit 78. That's what I forecast for high yesterday, and we were right there yesterday for our high temperature. All right, we have a cold front that's going to be sliding through tomorrow, just enough in the way of moisture. It's not going to be a lot at all, but just enough in the way of moisture that we have parts of our area that are going to be at least having a chance for severe weather. I'm going to watch very closely model data. Every new model run is going to be completely different. Our storm chances tomorrow are not high at all. But when we're looking at least the numbers behind at least what model data is going to show, it's showing, especially if we start to see our humidity levels just a little bit higher, that storm risk is really going to start, and we're going to see a lot of energy for storm development in the afternoon. Interesting enough, even in the morning hours, about this time, we'll have some rain showers around. Highest chance, I know this model doesn't show much, but the highest chance for storms is going to come in the afternoon hours between around 2 and 6 o'clock. Also, just a reminder, David was just mentioning hay fever. High levels today. Once the cold front comes through and some cooler air gets in here for the weekend, those levels should drop down to moderate. 80 your high temperature today, 83 your Thursday high. Friday, we're looking at a high of 82. It is looking very comfortable over the weekend. I'm going to keep it dry. Lots of sunshine out there for Saturday and Sunday. High temperatures mid to low 80s at this time is what we could expect to see.
All right. right, Ron, thanks so much. A recall alert involving a breakfast staple ahead in our next half hour, and all new, the donuts that don't list an ingredient that could be harmful to some.
But first, the multi-million-dollar project now underway focused on fixing flash flooding. It's 5:22 right now, and you are watching KDKA.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. That's a common misconception. Battles are won within, over enemies of fear, enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. Promises to oneself.
This is a physical training event.
Promises to one's community.
Helping people move debris out of their house.
Promises to one's country. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise forever kept. A promise of battles won.
There's a world of opportunity out there, beyond the typical 9 to 5, where purpose and grit come together, where the American spirit and ingenuity are welcomed in places that could really use your skills and your experience. We're talking about the Peace Corps, with volunteers living and working in communities around the globe. And it's been called the toughest job you'll ever love. Tough, because it asks so much of you. To dig deeper, get your hands dirty, to go that extra mile, to rise to the occasion and meet challenges head on. And the love part comes from being part of something bigger than yourself, from building bonds that last a lifetime. It's knowing your hard work transformed lives, including your own. After 65 years, the Peace Corps is still the toughest job you'll ever love. Explore opportunities in more than 60 countries. Learn about benefits and apply at peacecorps.gov/serve.
Miss Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow. Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
Now more than ever, we're the station you can trust for the information you need. KDKA.
Welcome back. 5:25 right now, and today the Allegheny County Health Department will be out spraying after more mosquitoes test positive for West Nile virus. You can see those neighborhoods listed on your screen there. Now, they say the pesticides will not hurt you or your pets. Spraying will go on from 8 until 11 p.m. Well, help is on the way for people dealing with flooding in Carrick and Overbrook.
Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh Water have already started on a nearly $7 million project to keep Stewart Avenue and other nearby streets above water. Crews will add new storm sewers, catch basins, and manholes, plus a new facility that will collect and temporarily hold storm water before slowly releasing it. The project also includes road improvements and is expected to take about a year to complete.
All right, ahead in our next half hour, why your child may see extra police patrolling local schools as soon as today. Plus this.
She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history.
She gave the world music, but her legacy goes far beyond just the stage. We're remembering Dolly Parton this morning, how her generosity will continue to touch lives all over the world, including here in Pittsburgh.
Life can get hectic. That's why Progressive provides claim support 24/7, 365 days a year, all the time. But not like in a desperate way. We're not just waiting online for you to talk to us or waiting by the phone. I mean, we are waiting by the phone, but not like staring at it. Well, now I am. I'm staring at it. The point is, Progressive Claim Support is here for you 24/7 in a totally chill, normal way. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 10 wings for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 8 tenders for $10. Thursday, 10 wings for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10.
Finger licking machine.
The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
I'm pediatric allergist Dr. Carla Davis. If your child has asthma, let's take a breath together and talk about it. Does your child need to use a quick relief inhaler or a breathing treatment more than twice a week to treat asthma? Has your child repeatedly awakened at night due to coughing,